In the rapidly evolving retail landscape, change is the only constant. The past decade has seen a seismic shift in consumer behavior, with digital marketplaces and e-commerce giants reshaping what it means to be a successful retailer. Amidst this transformation, numerous household names have struggled to keep pace, succumbing to the pressures of dwindling foot traffic, outdated business models, and fierce online competition. This video takes an in-depth look at some of the most iconic retail chains that have faced significant challenges in recent years. From once thriving department stores to beloved niche outlets, this feature examines the underlying reasons behind their decline. In documenting their struggles, we aim to shed light on the evolving dynamics of the retail industry and the critical importance of adaptation and innovation. Join us as we explore the stories of these retailers, the lessons learned, and the implications for the future of shop. 20A David's Bridal. Picture this, the so-called Walmart of weddings teetering on the edge of disaster. David's Bridal, a titan in wedding attire, has just hit a financial iceberg, filing for bankruptcy and signaling a massive upheaval with plans to cut loose a staggering 82% of its workforce. That's about 9,200 employees facing the... This isn't just a bump in the road, it's the company's second plunge into bankruptcy in just 5 years. CEO James Marcum dropped a bombshell, saying if a savior buyer doesn't step forward soon, all 4 flagship stores may roll down their bridal carpets for the last time by year-end. Across the country, brides-to-be are watching, hearts in throats, as the future of their dream dresses hangs by a thread. 19.99 only stores. Imagine walking into your favorite discount store hoping to score some deals, only to find that prices aren't what they used to be and your budget doesn't stretch as far. That's the harsh reality facing 99 only stores, a beloved chain where every penny used to count. Despite restructuring its debt several times in hopes of a financial turnaround, this discount retailer is still grappling with significant internal strife. Rising operational costs and the relentless bite of inflation are only deepening the wound, making it increasingly difficult for the company to stay afloat in a sea of economic uncertainty. With over 350 locations spread across 4 states, one might think they'd have a fighting chance, but consumer demand is on a downswing. Customers are vocal about their discontent with climbing prices, a critical issue in a business model built on unbeatable deals. Experts point out that 99 only stores are getting squeezed out by larger retail giants that boast a more extensive network of suppliers and enough market clout to keep prices at rock bottom. Coupled with a dismal report card of negative cash flow for 3 quarters in a row and sluggish ratings, it's clear that troubled waters lie ahead for this discount chain. The question on everyone's mind is, will 99 only stores manage to turn the tide, or will they become another casualty in the retail world's unforgiving landscape? 18. True Religion goes through turbulent times. Imagine a brand that once defined the epitome of lifestyle premium denim, now grappling with the seismic shifts in the fashion industry. True Religion, a titan in the world of designer jeans, has faced its fair share of highs and lows. Born out of the desire to create a unique denim experience, this Los Angeles-based retailer soared to popularity. However, the tides began to change as the allure of premium-priced jeans started to wane, giving way to the rising trend of athleisure wear. In 2017, the fashion landscape shift started to take a tangible toll on True Religion, pushing it into the throes of bankruptcy due to a staggering $350 million debt. Fast forward to 2020, and the situation grew even grimmer. The unforeseen global pandemic served as a double-edged sword, slashing sales and driving the demand for apparel to new lows. This devastating combination forced True Religion to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy again, leading to the shutdown of 64 stores in an attempt to salvage what remained of the brand. Now, as the dust begins to settle, a third bankruptcy filing looms ominously on the horizon, signaling potential finality in the saga of True Religion. 17. Or Tops. In a dramatic turn of events, Tops, known for its vast network of friendly neighborhood supermarkets across New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania, finds itself teetering on the edge of vanishing from the American economic scene. With around 180 locations, this supermarket chain has been a familiar sight for many, but now it's grappling with a crisis that could spell its end. The Wall Street Journal sheds light on the company's precarious situation, revealing a looming shadow of bankruptcy exacerbated by a staggering debt burden. The chain, struggling under the weight of attempting to manage an eye-watering $375 million in dividends, finds its business model teetering on the brink of profitability. The situation is grim, with no knights in shining armor stepping forward to salvage the drowning retailer. Industry insiders are painting a bleak picture, suggesting that Tops might be on a solitary path to extinction, left to fade away in silence. 16. Morphe on the brink. In what can only be described as a shocking development in the beauty industry, Morphe Cosmetics, a trailblazer known for its vibrant collaboration with high-profile beauty YouTubers such as James Charles, Jeffree Star, and Jaclyn Hill, has announced it's closing its doors permanently. Founded in 2008, Morphe quickly climbed the ranks to become a household name, celebrated for its quality products and groundbreaking partnerships. However, the tides have turned dramatically for this beauty titan. The curtain call comes as Morphe is forced to shut down every one of its stores across the United States. This bombshell news follows a tumultuous year filled with legal battles, including a significant lawsuit from the owners of Arden Fairmall for unpaid rent in 2022, painting a clear picture of financial turmoil. The nail in the coffin? Morphe's parent company, Former Brands, has been pushed into the abyss of bankruptcy. This story is not just about a brand's downfall, but serves as a glaring reminder of the unpredictable waves rocking the retail industry. 15. Belk's battle with bankruptcy. Once a thriving beacon of retail nestled in the heart of North Carolina, the Belk department store chain, spreading its wings across 16 states, finds itself on a precarious ledge again, as it re-enters Moody's critical watch list in 2024, having previously made the list back in 2021. This year, the retail forecast bears grim news for department stores and clothing brands as they face an uphill battle against the whims of consumer demand, now more fickle than ever. The inflation monster is also gnawing away at what little disposable income consumers have left, making them think twice before splurging on what is considered non-essential. Belk, like many in the apparel and department store arena, sees its foundation shake as the tectonics of retail shift. Discounts deepen, consumer wallets tighten, and spending becomes more of a calculated move rather than an impulsive action. Moody's analysts ring the alarm bells louder for retailers in Belk's category, marking a critical red flag in an already challenging market. 14. Starbucks. Imagine a world without your morning caffeine fix from the most iconic coffee shop on the planet. Surprisingly, even Starbucks, the colossal titan of the coffee world, hasn't been immune to the retail apocalypse sweeping across industries far and wide. They've battled against relentless shortages. Everything from the essential coffee beans to the cups that cradle your favorite latte, not to mention the hard-working souls behind the counters, in a gallant effort to withstand the brewing storm that's rattling the sector. Starbucks has made the tough call to tighten its belt. The alarming result: a whopping 500 stores are slated for closure. Yes, you heard that right. And the chilling reality, the Starbucks you cherish, the one you rely on for your daily dose of Java, could very well be on the chopping block. 13. Art Van Furniture's unbelievable turn of events. In a shocking turn of events that took the Midwest by storm, Art Van Furniture, a beloved furniture retailer known for its quality offerings, including Art Van Pure Sleep and the luxurious Scott Shubtrine interiors, has found itself navigating the turbulent waters of Chapter V bankruptcy. The news hit the community hard as it was announced that an overwhelming 70% of its stores are slated for closure by the end of this very year. This marks a significant shift in the Midwest retail landscape, leaving many to wonder about the future of furniture shopping in the region. However, in a surprising twist, approximately 300 of Art Van's locations are set to breathe new life under a different parent company, reopening as Love's Furniture. This transition not only signifies a new chapter for the locations, but also ignites a spark of hope for the employees and customers who had grown to love the Art Van brand. 12. Estée Lauder's unprecedented challenge. Imagine walking through your favorite department store, glittering counters of Estée Lauder and its myriad of brands like Bobbi Brown, Clinique, and MAC Cosmetics drawing you in. Now picture 15% of those counters disappearing, vanishing right before your eyes. This is not just a scenario, it's the harsh reality for the esteemed beauty giant Estée Lauder. In a startling move, the company has announced a plan to permanently close 15% of its retail stores, alongside several department store counters. This drastic step comes on the back of a staggering 32% sales drop in the closing quarter of 2022. The beauty retailer, home to beloved brands such as La Mer, Origins, Le Labo Fragrances, Bumble and Avita, is trimming its sales in the face of turbulent waters. The fallout. Over 2,000 dedicated employees are facing job cuts in this overhaul, but the storm doesn't end there. With the first quarter of 2024 forecasted to see a 12% sales decline and revenues possibly plunging by another 15%, the company's stock felt a chill, dipping 53 cents this week. Estée Lauder's future looks uncertain as the company sails into a gloomy 2024, making it one of the key players in the drama of retailers facing existential challenges. 11. Gaze. In what seems like a cautionary tale straight out of a business thriller, Gas, a once booming retail jeans specialist, finds itself grappling with a precarious reality. In the US, the past decade has unfolded like a roller coaster for Gas, with highs quickly overtaken by lows, leading to a grim present scenario. The company, in its latest financial reveal, reported a staggering net loss of $2.09 million. This downfall can be chalked up to a concoction of supply chain hiccups, skyrocketing transportation costs, and a surprisingly weak demand, even during what should have been the bustling holiday season. The situation has escalated to the point where Gas is now in the process of shuttering 100 of its locations nationwide, marking a drastic scale back of its retail footprint. But wait, there's more to the story. Recent controversies surrounding copyright issues have thrown Gas into the eye of yet another storm. The iconic and mysterious street artist Banksy, alongside other famed artists, has voiced out opposition against Gas, alleging copyright infringement. This has not only added to the brand's mounting woes, but also ignited public outrage, further tarnishing its reputation. The buzz on social media, fueled by the artist's protests, spells an even bleaker sales outlook for Gas. It's an unfolding drama that captures the essence of how quickly fortune's wheel can turn in the retail world. 10. All calls. A retail roller coaster ride. Picture this: of the year is 1946, a bustling period of post-war regeneration and innovation. Enter Kohl's, not as the department store you might fleetingly remember, but as an ambitious supermarket chain, ready to carve its niche. Fast forward through 2 dynamic decades, and the landscape of the retail sector began shifting beneath Kohl's feet, forcing a daring pivot into the world of department stores. Yet this move was akin to jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Department stores, as history and current trends would tell us, are the frontline casualties of the so-called retail apocalypse. By 2022, Kohl's found itself transitioning once again, this time betting on the fitness, athletes and denim sectors. Alas, the latest financial figures are far from promising. Insider reports reveal a worrying downward trend in retail sales over the past 7 months. Kohl's is now teetering on the edge, with razor-thin margins and a significant dip in discretionary spending pushing it perilously close to the abyss, flagged by Moody's Analytics on their 2024 bankruptcy watchlist. 9. The downfall of Gymboree. In a shocking turn of events since stepping into 2021, the once beloved children's apparel retailer, Gymboree, has been teetering on the edge of a financial abyss, racing against a relentless storm of dwindling foot traffic, fierce competition, and alarming cash flow crises. The brand's struggles have captured the public's attention. When March rolled in, the gloom only deepened as Moody's report slashed Gymboree's rating to negative, barely catching their breath. Stakeholders were hit with the bombshell news of yet another bankruptcy filing. This wasn't just any restructuring. It led to the shuttering of 450 stores and the abrupt dismissal of countless employees. No notice, no forewarning. Now, amidst the labyrinth of a complex bankruptcy ordeal, Gymboree finds itself entangled in a multi-million-dollar class action lawsuit brought forth by its former employees. The ripple effects of its downfall offer a stark reminder of the volatile nature of the retail industry. 8. The turbulent journey of Tom's shoes. Imagine stepping into a world where every purchase you make helps someone in need. That was the vision of Tom's Shoes, a brand that won hearts with its promise to donate a pair of shoes for each pair sold. But the tide has turned for this socially conscious giant. CEO Magnus Vedema reveals to Bloomberg that the once thriving brand has been on rocky terrain, battling a sharp decline in revenue over the last few years. In a bold move to avoid financial disaster, Tom shifted its charity model from donating shoes to sharing profits. Yet, despite these efforts, the brand couldn't escape a debt downgrade last summer. With retail experts looking on, this summer might just be the final chapter in the story of Tom's Shoes. Can they make a comeback, or is this the end of the road? 7. Joanne, ever find yourself picking up sewing or knitting during those long months of lockdown? You're not alone. Joanne, the haven for crafting enthusiasts, witnessed its sales soar as people turned to creative hobbies. But what happens when the world opens back up? Joanne's storyline took a drastic turn. Despite the crafting craze, their financials have been unraveling faster than a poorly knit sweater. In the final quarter of 2022, Joanne saw its net sales fall by 6.8% to $463.03 million compared to the year before. The gross profit down by a startling 20%, and as if that wasn't enough, their debt stitched up an addition, reaching $21.05 million. Fast forward to 2024, and the plot thickens. Joanne announced it's closing several stores and cutting loose hundreds of employees in a bid to save the sinking ship. 6. Sears. The downfall tale of Sears is like watching a slow-moving disaster that's been unfolding for years. Since its bankruptcy bombshell in 2018, store closures became a dreary routine, signaling trouble in paradise. But hold on, because 2024 might just be the curtain call for this once beloved retail giant. In a desperate attempt to stay afloat, Sears resorted to selling pieces of itself, yet the struggle to hit the profitability mark continued. They're fighting an uphill battle against time and relevance, says Peter Verardi, a retail titan and CEO of Market Gap Pro, in an eye-opening chat with Best Life. Here's a shocker. Sears hasn't seen a full year of profit since 20. With such a streak, 2024 could very well become the year we bid farewell to Sears. Brace yourselves. This is one retail collapse you'll want to watch unfold. Sad fare and banks, sad farewells and store closures. Imagine walking through your favorite shopping mall only to find the doors of Christopher and Banks permanently shut. Founded in 1956, this beloved women's apparel store became a victim of the pandemic's economic havoc, leading to a heart-wrenching bankruptcy filing in 2021. CEO Kerry Jones shared that the decision was hard but necessary due to the financial torment caused by COVID-19. With prices slashed from 40% to 60%, it was a final goodbye sale across the nation. Now with over 400 stores closing down, we're witnessing the end of an era for Christopher and Banks, leaving their devoted customers nostalgic for what once was. 4. Disney's dilemma. Picture this: the magical world of Disney with its iconic characters and stories that have captured our hearts is facing a real-world challenge that's anything but a fairy tale, and reports from Yahoo reveal a stark reality. Disney's cherished retail stores, those treasure troves of clothing, toys and merchandise inspired by its beloved films, are witnessing their lowest sales in a decade. It's a tough time in the kingdom, leading to the closure of an additional 50 locations this year, adding to the 60 that had to say goodbye in 2022. The entertainment behemoth isn't just stopping there. It's undergoing a massive transformation by trimming its workforce by 7,000 jobs, a staggering 15 reduction. As the brick-and-mortar realm struggles, Disney is casting a new spell, pivoting towards the enchantment of the online world in hopes of keeping its product magic alive for fans everywhere. 3. Clarks. Unfolding the next chapter. Imagine stepping into history with every pair of shoes, only to find out that the iconic Clarks, a brand that has laced up for 2 centuries, is now writing a dramatic new chapter. Under the new ownership of a Chinese company, this venerable UK footwear titan, familiar in both the US and Europe, is navigating turbulent waters. A staggering 25% of its American stores will vanish, leaving nearly 2,000 employees without jobs. And as Clarks strides through a precarious restructuring, the question looms: who's next to face the cutting room floor? Stay tuned, as this story is far from. 2. A furniture factory outlet. Amidst the chaos of the pandemic, Furniture Factory Outlet found itself in turbulent waters, leading to a Chapter 11 filing. But the saga didn't end there. Facing the harsh winds of reduced discretionary spending and a mounting debt crisis, this centralist home goods titan had to make some tough choices. Over 40 stores were shuttered and more than 30 were reinvented with a fresh identity, all in a valiant effort to turn the tide, revitalize sales, and chart a course towards survival. 1. H&M's. In a shocking development that's grabbing headlines, H&M, a titan in the global fashion industry, is facing a daunting challenge that's sending ripples across the retail sector. The beginning of 2024 brought a disturbing revelation from the company, admitting its ongoing struggle with the financial aftermath of the pandemic. In a dramatic turn of events, H&M announced an unexpected decision to shut down 320 stores throughout the year, surpassing previous estimates made in late 2022. This drastic move is set to affect over 1,500 employees as the company grapples with a steep decline in profits and escalating costs that have taken analysts by surprise. According to NBC, physical retail stores are facing an existential threat, burdened by an accumulation of challenges amid an impending economic slowdown. H&M's critical test will be to reinvent its customer appeal and prove its worth in an age dominated by online shopping, while consumer spending tightens under the pressure of rising living costs. The prevailing winds of change sweep through the retail industry, leaving behind a mix of nostalgia, evolution, and an unmistakable call to adapt. From the quieted storerooms of once bustling brands like Sears and Christopher and Banks to the adaptive strides of giants like Disney and the landscape of shopping has forever transformed. These tales of change, challenge, and resilience mirror the vast economic and societal shifts of our times. They provoke thought, inspire adaptation, and remind us of the relentless march of progress. What are your thoughts on the evolving retail landscape? Have you witnessed the closure of a beloved store or embraced the shift towards online shopping? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. And if you found this overview enlightening, don't forget to hit the like button.